I got on the bike at Borrego and instantly was thrown into the whoop sections for about 20 straight miles. And it wasn't so bad, but like towards the end, I started having to roll those things. I mean, I was just getting beat to hell. They're so rough, they're so gnarly, and for some reason, there was a mix-up. I had no water with me, I had no tools with me. I basically threw my helmet on with pants and jersey and raced, and so I couldn't crash the bike. If I did, I was gonna get in some serious trouble. Went through a Honda pit. Everything was going good, and got off the bike, and then we went to the second place where I was going to get on the bike, and we couldn't get there because the water or the road was flooded out. And it took us like 45 minutes to try to find a road into where the pits were. I was getting a little nervous, but I ended up being there, with plenty of time. I think I got on the bike at about 9:30, 9:45. And it was so cold, it was like 52 degrees, and it was, the fog was so thick that you could barely see across the road. And I'd never raced at night before, much less in the fog or, on this road. So the bike shows up, I get on, I take off, and I can only go in like third gear because it's just, it's so foggy and wet, I just couldn't see a thing. And, right as the fog cleared up, I started to go faster, and I saw a couple of the locals had rolled their cars off the side of the mountain. That was interesting. And that was the start of my 180-mile, stint. And it was going to be a long one, and I was cold and wet. And I did pretty good. I got over to the Pacific side, and there was booby traps like I've never seen before. I felt like I was in an enduro cross. Their rock walls were built up. I was having to just downshift and stop and look and pick out a line to go over these rocks because they were so high. It was really nuts. And, it wasn't too bad. I did get a couple of rocks thrown at me. That was kind of strange. I don't remember that ever happening before. It was just amazing, like, so many people out in the middle of nowhere, and they were starting like wildfires. I'd come into a valley, and I thought it was a bunch of, like campfires, but there was hardly anybody there. They just lit every bush they could on fire. And, so it was pretty interesting. All in all, no one on our team hit the ground the whole race. The bike stayed upright. We didn't do any damage to the bike. That even on the first section, I had it seemed like 10 or 12 miles of lake bed. And I just kept it at about 90, 95, tucked. And I had to watch it because there was ruts everywhere, but the bike would have done like about 109. And I just kept it at about 90, 95 the whole time and tried to save the motor. But I'm glad that we finished, and we did okay. I think we got like 13th bike or something like that, which isn't too bad. I wish we would have done a little bit better, but hey, what do you do? I had a great time. This whole week, I rode my ass off, and I'm pretty sore right now, but I'm going to come back next year and maybe lay down the law a little bit better. First of all, I'd like to thank Limbs for Life. Basically, everything I do, I include them with my racing, and they help out so many people, and they help me out tremendously. I'd like to thank Baja Bound. They do the best motorcycle tours in Baja, Mexico. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten all this pre-running in because they organized everything for me. I had to show up and just do what they told me to do, and I got all my pre-running done, which was a huge advantage when you're racing at night and you can't see a damn thing. It's a huge advantage to pre-run like I did. And all my other sponsors, like F&F and MSR. MSR gave me this gear that was like super waterproof and warm, and I was just stoked to be wearing that stuff because I would have been really caught off guard with that cold weather. Wore my CTI knee braces and forgot that I had them on. They were so comfortable. It was crazy. I used to not wear knee braces, and those things are just like, they're crazy, perfect fit. A lot of people support me, as every team out here. And, you know, it was a successful race as far as we finished, and nobody got hurt, nobody damaged the bike, and it was a good feeler for next year when I want to come down here and go fast